Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I have two adorable Christmas cards to share with you tonight. I love them. They are super cute and both are quite easy to put together. So let me show you how I made them. I'm going to start with this adorable little Gnome for the Holidays card. This features the Gnome for the Holidays stamp set, which is just so dang cute. I'm really loving this set. In fact, I even have a class coming out later this month featuring this set. It is my Gnome for the Holidays Creativity to Go kit, and I will post the link for that in the description of this video if you are interested in getting the kit. It makes some really, 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 really cute cards. All right, so let me show you how I made this particular one. I'm going to start with a stitched scalloped rectangle. This is from the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I just want to start by creating a little background. I'm going to use some Whisper White ink, and I have this snowflake. It's actually from the Festive Post stamp set, which I'm actually going to use on our next card. So I'm kind of crossing over two stamp sets. I'm stamping the little snowflake here in white ink, kind of all over to create a little background. And that looks good. And then what I'm going to do is I die cut a little snow slope. This is from a die that's actually in the Pines bundle, and it just creates a little, like I said, a snow slope, whatever you want to call it. So I cut this, I trimmed this down to 1 3/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to adhere it right here onto my cart, or my little rectangle, and you can see it fits just inside the stitching lines. So it's adorable. Then I'm going to set that aside, and I want to make I want to stamp my cute little gnome. Now there's lots of different gnomes that you can use. I shouldn't say lots, there's 3. And you can choose whichever one you prefer. Maybe I'll do this guy for this card just so you can see a couple different options. And like I said, you can choose whichever one you prefer. I'm going to stamp him in some Memento ink, because I want to color him in with some blends. I love using blends to color because they're nice and vibrant and really cute. Okay, so for him, I think I'm going to color him in with some shaded spruce blends, and we'll see what colors I end up using. So I'll take and kind of color, oops, I want the dark one first. So we'll make his hat part dark shaded spruce and part light. So we'll do a little bit of blending. And I'm being careful not to go too crazy near the edges with my blending so that it doesn't bleed out beyond the edge of his hat. For his shirt, I'm going to use some Magenta Madness. I love shaded spruce and Magenta Madness together. They're really kind of a nice little color combo. And that is, did I say Magenta Madness? I meant Melon Mambo. So that's his little outfit. And I'll put a little line on our ornament here. Actually, we'll do part light and part dark, and then I'll just blend the rest of his outfit like so. Okay, now I want to use some let's see, Smoky Slate. I'm changing up my own plan, so I gotta grab them. Gotta grab my Smoky Slate blends. Here we go. And I'm going to color his boots in the dark. smoky slate. And then I'm going to do his beard with a little bit of light smoky slate and a little bit of my color lifter. Like that, okay? But I want there to be a little bit of light and dark areas on his beard, so I'm just going to lighten this up with my color lifter. Sometimes this takes, it's kind of like invisible ink. It takes just a second for the action to happen. Okay, I also want to color his face and nose in. Oops, need to use my dark smoky, or that is a petal pink. I'll just color like so. Oh, and I see I forgot part of his shirt. Oh, and his hands too. Oh, goodness. Okay. One more. There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, oh my gosh, could he be any cuter? I don't think so. I'm going to cut him out and just leave a little bit of a border around the edge of his body. And notice when I cut, I'm just trimming by keeping my scissors in one place and moving my cardstock. Okay. Oh my gosh, he's just so dang cute. So that looks awesome. Now, of course, I want to make him extra festive. So I'm going to put some clear Wink of Stella on his hat and on his ornament. Or bell, I guess that is. Okay, so there we go. That looks so cute. All right, so we're going to pop him up onto our little rectangle, and I'm going to, let's see, I guess I need some dimensionals now, don't I? Okay, so we'll add him to our card, or our rectangle, like so. Oh, he's just so cute. All right, and then I'm going to also do one more stamping, and then we'll put our card together. So I've got my scrap here. I want to stamp the sentiment that goes with this in some Melon Mambo ink, and it's right out of this set, and I'm just going to stamp that there, and it says a little Christmas wish, and I'll punch that with my classic label punch. Okay, well, I'll set that aside for a moment, and we'll assemble our card. I have taken a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Pool Party cardstock, and I embossed it with the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. I'm going to fold my card base, which is also Pool Party, and then I'm going to take a little bit of my Just Jade ribbon, which I had, but now cannot find, of course, because you should see outside of the camera, my desk is pretty messy. Oh, it's literally right next to me. Figures. Okay, so I'm going to tie a cute little bow on here, a teeny tiny little bow. And to do that, I'm just going to put some glue dots on the ends of a strip of Just Jade ribbon. I'll just adhere that right to my card. And then I'm going to adhere this to my card, my pool party card. Like so. And then I'm going to use my bow maker to create a teeny tiny little bow. So this is my jumbo bow maker, which, by the way, if you haven't heard, I love. You can get this for free from me. It is not for sale. It is just for free. And I'll tell you more about that in a second. I want just a really tiny bow. So I'm going to just wrap this around one tine each. So I've got a little bit of ribbon sticking out. I've crossed this over and I will put this at the end, trim my ribbon. Okay, and then the side that's crossed over, I'm going to push through the center and then bring back up in the middle between those two tines. And then I will tie this off and I will get this perfect, adorable, and really, really cute teeny tiny bow. And these bows are so hard to tie just free-handed. So I love this. So now you can get a bow maker as part of my golden treat bag. And it is available with a $100 purchase in my online store. You'll get a free PDF tutorial for the Forever Greenery Suite. It's 12 projects with videos. You'll get my golden treat bag, which includes an amazing jumbo bow maker. It makes 5 sizes of bows. And then you'll also get some other golden goodies in that treat bag. So it's a really great deal. You have until Sunday to take advantage of that. So just a couple more days are all that's left of this special. So make sure you shop my online store. There's links of all the products that I've used in my online store, and you can shop for me. And I really appreciate your business. It helps me continue to bring awesome videos for free each week, just like this one. Okay, now I'm just going to glue dot that teeny tiny little adorable bow right onto my card like so. Isn't that just so stinking cute? Now to finish this up, I'm going to add my sentiment. I'm just going to snip this from point to point and then adhere this at the top. And this just makes the sweetest little Christmas card. All right, but we have another card to make, so let's make that one as well. It's really simple. So this card is going to feature the Festive Post stamp set that I mentioned. It is a really wonderful stamp set. I really like this. I love that there's 3 different holidays in here: Christmas, Halloween, and of course Valentine's, so all in one stamp set. So that's really nice. It's also great for making Christmas tags, but of course my favorite part is there's a coordinating postage punch that goes with it, and we're going to use that today. So I'm going to start with a half a sheet of Crumb Cake cardstock, and this time I'm going to use my little snowflake once again, and I'm just going to stamp kind of a border around the edge of this card with my white craft ink. I love stamping white craft ink on Crumb Cake cardstock because I think it looks really awesome. Next, I have cut several layers, and we're going to do a little stamping. We've got this super sweet tree that's kind of attached to a car. I, of course, always have visions of Christmas Vacation when I see this image. I think it's really sweet. Okay, so there's our card base. I'm going to set that aside while we do our stamping. I'll start with a scrap, and like I said, I'm going to stamp my car. So I will do that in some soft suede ink, and I'm just going to stamp that on a scrap of Whisper White, like so. And then I want to take and add to that the tree. And what's really awesome is there's a solid tree that fits right on the inside of this. So to stamp that, I'm going to use some Pool Party ink. And it's pretty easy to line that right up like so. Oh, so cute. Okay. Now I'm going to use that postage punch I mentioned and punch this out. I love when stuff has a coordinating punch because it just makes it so easy to make cards, especially in bulk with. So we've got that. Next up, I'm going to take and stamp my circle image, kind of the postmark, on a little scrap. Now I am going to dive into some contraband, and please don't judge. I have a 3/4 inch circle punch that we used to have. I'm going to use Crumb Cake ink, by the way. It was retired about a year ago. It's a very common size, and many of you probably already have it. If not, there's probably somewhere, somehow, a punch or a die that will punch or die cut this out, but you can see it fits really nicely with that 3/4 inch circle. So I'll just punch that. You could, of course, freehand cut this as well, you know, whatever works for you. All right, now let's do the last of our stamping. I've got this Whisper White panel, and this is, I want to say 2 3/4 by 4. I'm pretty positive that's what it is. I will put all the dimensions in the description of this video, as well as on my coordinating blog post, in case you'd like to check that out. Now I'm going to do a little stamping here. I want to stamp off my Christmas tree. So I'll just ink that up and stamp it off so I get a little bit lighter trees on my background. And that just really makes my tree on the car pop. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to add, got to do one more. Then we need to add some little stars. They kind of remind me of snowflakes, and for that I'll use some Pool Party ink. And we'll just kind of stamp those in between. And they're really cute on here. And all of the stamps, by the way, are from this stamp set. Okay, so I think I've got my little background piece stamped all nice. I'm going to layer this up with a few layers of cardstock. So to start with, I cut a piece of real red that's just a little bigger than my punch. So we'll go ahead and adhere that together. And then I've got a piece of real red that's just a titch bigger than this panel. So this is 2 7/8 by 4 1/8 real red. So there's a skinny little border around that. And then I'm going to pop that up on a 3.5 by 4 3/4 panel of Pear Pizzazz. That will kind of tie everything together. Oops, I missed that one. All right, so that looks adorable. And then this is adorable. And I kind of like, well, you can tell me which one you like. I stamped these ones full strength and these ones stamped off. So let me know which one you prefer in the comments. I'll finish the card up so you can make a proper determination. I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this to my Crumb Cake card base that we stamped earlier, like so. Now let's take that. Our little cancellation postmark says the most wonderful time of the year. So I'm just going to put a little bit of snail or seal adhesive on here and stick that kind of in the corner. And then the sentiment that's part of this stamp set says, enjoy the season. So I'm just going to stamp that right on here like so. And then I'm just going to trim this a little bit tighter to the words and This is such a small piece. I normally would use a punch for this, but I think because it's so small, it's a little easier to just freehand cut the banner. Again, just because that's such a teeny tiny little piece. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is flip that over, add a little adhesive, and stick that right on my panel. And the last thing is a few rhinestones to embellish, and then we're done. Such a cute card. Now, if you would like to purchase any of the supplies that I used today, like I said, they're all linked in the description of my video. And don't forget, you have just a couple more days to take advantage of my special deal with the golden treat bag. You get a free jumbo bow maker as part of that. That's my husband. He's been helping me make them. So let me know which one of these you like better, the full strength or the stamped off, in the comments. And then, of course, we've got the sweet little gnomes, and there's 2 versions of that. Thank you guys so much for stamping with me today. If you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe, that would be awesome as well. And I will see you right back here on Sunday with a Simple to Stunning Sunday video. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.